folks. 10 myths and facts about people with disabilities. Everyone fighting some kind of stereotype, and people with disabilities are no exception. The difference that barriers people with disability face begins with people's attitudes. Attitudes often rooted into misinformation about misunderstanding about what it's like to live with a disability. Myth: 1. People with disabilities are brave and courageous. Adjusting to a disabilities require adapting to a lifestyle, not bravery and courage. Myth 2. All people who use wheelchairs are chronically ill or sickly. Fact: the association between wheelchair use and illness may have evolved, though hospitals use wheelchairs to transport sick people. A person may use a wheelchair for a variety of reasons, none of which may have anything to do with lingering illness. Myth 3. Wheelchairs use is confining. People who use wheelchairs are wheelchair bound. A wheelchair, like a bicycle or automobile, is a personal assistive device that enables someone to get around. That's the truth about wheelchairs. Myth 4. All people with hearing disabilities can read lips. Fact: lip reading skills vary among people who use them and are never entirely reliable. Myth 5. People who are blind acquire a sixth sense. Fact: although most people who are blind develop their remaining sense more fully, they do not have a sixth sense. Myth 6. People with disabilities are more comfortable with their own kind. Fact: the past grouping people with disability in separate schools and institutions reinforced a misconception. Today, many people with disabilities take advantage of new opportunities to join mainstream society. Myth 7. Non-disabled people are obligated to take care of people with disabilities. A number fact: anyone may offer assistance, but most people with disabilities prefer to be responsible for themselves. Myth 8. Curious children should never ask people about their disabilities. A fact: many children have a natural, uninhibited curiosity that may ask questions that some adults considered embarrassing, but scolding curious children may make them think having a disability is wrong or bad. Most people with disabilities won't mind answering a child's question. Myth 9. The lives of people with disabilities are totally different than the lives of people without. Fact: people with disabilities go to school, get married, work, have families, do laundry, grocery shop, laugh, cry, pay taxes, get angry, have prejudice, vote, plan, and dream like everyone else. Myth 10. It's all right for people with disabilities to park in accessible parking spaces, if only for a few minutes. Fact: because accessible parking spaces are designed and situated to meet the needs of people who have disabilities, these spaces should only be used by people who need them. Myth 11. Most people with disabilities cannot have sexual relationships. Fact: anyone can have a sexual relationship by adapting the sexual activity. People with disabilities can have children naturally or through adoption. People with disabilities, like other people, are sexual beings. Myth 12. People with disabilities always need help. Fact. Many people with disabilities are independent and capable of giving help. If you would like to help someone with disability, ask if he or she needs help before you act. There's nothing one person can do to help eliminate the barriers confronting people with disabilities. Fact. Everyone can contribute to change. You can help remove barriers by understanding the need for accessible parking and leaving it for those who need it. Encourage participation of people with disabilities in community activities by using accessible meetings and event sites. Understanding children's curiosity about disabilities and people who have them, advocate a barrier-free environment, speaking up with negative words or phrases or use about disability, writing producers and editor a note of support when they portray someone with a disability as a regular person in the media, accepting people with disability as individuals capable of the same needs and feelings as yourself, and hiring qualified disabled persons whenever possible.